Hello, I'm Ian and this is Somerset News Network. I think Labour has lost its moral compass. One of the most important things that a government has to do is to make sure its people are safe. There's an old Act of Parliament, here I go again, that says people can abide and go and enjoy their lives peacefully. It's part of our constitution. How can Labour allow rape gangs, and they are rape gangs, I don't care what religion they are rape gangs. And because they might be Labour voters, they want to hush it all up. Was Starmer, when he was head of the Crown Prosecution Service, stopping prosecutions of these men in these gangs from being prosecuted because they might be voting Labour? That's the biggest scandal I can ever think of. It's only next to murder. Labour have lost their moral compass. The Reform Party has called for an inquiry, a national inquiry. The Conservative government didn't do it. Conservative government, now in opposition, has now called for it. And what do we find? The Labour government have announced 5 local inquiries. 20 cities are involved in this, and they're only going to have 5. They've now decided they're not going to have those. We've got an election coming up in May. Is it because these areas are mostly Labour Party supporters? So, looking after children, looking after our citizens, one of the primary functions of government, has been overruled by political expediency because they might be Labour voters, because it might upset a certain geographical. I think it absolutely stinks. Enough to make you swear, but I won't, because I said this wasn't going to be a swear channel. But I tell you what, I could use a lot of Anglo-Saxon words over this. Rant, yeah, you right sure I'm ranting. I don't think a government has stooped so low as to not protect the children, girls, round about 12 to 16. There was a report in the Times. I used to go to London every so often, and I'd get the Telegraph or the Times. If the shop, there was a little garage by the station, and if they'd run out of the Telegraph, I'd buy the Daily Mail or the Times. And this particular day I bought the Times. I can't remember the writer, but he was a well-known Times commentator. He'd been around Rotherham and other cities where we've got these grooming gangs. He told the story that a father was trying to get the police involved to get his 14-year-old daughter out of a house where she was being raped by these ethnic minorities. The police came. When the police came, their men were lined up on the stairs waiting to go into the bedroom. The father got arrested. The girl was arrested for being drunk. And the rapists, nothing happened. One of the excuses that were used was if it went to court, she wouldn't be believed. Is this Starmer's doing? The Crown Prosecution Service? Saying that these girls were all right, they asked for it, you know. I don't think any lady asks to be raped. Labour have definitely lost their moral compass, if they had one in the first place. Starmer definitely hasn't got one. If there is a national inquiry, and I hope there is, I'd like to know the role of Starmer when he was in the Crown Prosecution Service. Is he going to come up with the same excuse that he did for Jimmy Savile? When they accused him of not prosecuting Jimmy Savile, he said, "The folder never crossed my desk." Well, that might be a true statement. He may not have seen the file. But did he hold meetings? Was he told? And the same's going to happen here. It's been known, it's been around, and he said, "Don't give it to me." Then I don't know. I don't know. That's just what I think. Right, I'm back. We had somebody at the door. Never mind, only a parcel. Dog's early warning system. Always works. Now, what are we going to do about it? Rupert Lowe has got 500,000 so far, and the target is now 1 million to hold an inquiry. It's not going to have any powers, but at least we can hear from as many of the girls that want to speak. We would have to safeguard their anonymity. That he says it's going to be videoed and live streamed, so they're going to be behind screens, so they can't be seen on the camera. Now, how many of the police force are going to come? Now, there's a few people, good coppers, I would say, who are going to talk. And they will be able to explain what's happening and what's going on. Problem is when it comes to the local councils, the social services. Because it's not a national inquiry, they cannot be compelled to go and give evidence. So I think we're going to hear what happened. That's the important thing, to get the story out. Then get the public behind the girls and get justice. That's what we need. But we're not going to get it under this Labour government. They have no moral compass. Anyway, Ian, Somerset News Network, signing off. Bye bye.